Wonderful afternoon to you out there where you watch us and listen live for CHRICED Radio and Television, where your matter now we own. Time don't reach for us to summar you sharp story of waiting they happen for Naija and the rest of the world. My name na Princess Aniana. Starting the story this afternoon, Oga President Bola Ahmed Tinubu don't come out now come talk say all of those laws of tax inside before when Britain they rule us now put Nigeria for poverty say cause say is scatter that they charge double and no they pure and say this new changes where they bring for tax go give better prosperity and carry everybody along inside this country. Oga President yarn all of this on Tuesday for Abuja when they cut ribbon to open the 16-story Nigeria Revenue Service headquarters and say this new tax system not to be for the people and then today investment friendly and say go carry our country move forward when it comes to development. President Tinubu said the new tax laws will become fully in use for January now to take free the economy from all of the hold where old laws get on Nigeria and make our country more competitive around the world. President can say thank you to Minister of State for Money Matter Taiwo Oyedele for in leadership to take change the laws, make they terrible, make it manageable, make sense, and they understandable. And the next story from my hand, the Resource Center for Human Rights and Civic Education, CHRICED, been take gather Tory people, made them for sit down and yarn about the level where we country dey right now. Our Tory people will cover the report, get this to show.
The Resource Center for Human Rights and Civic Education, CHRICED, don't talk say Nigeria don't reach last bus stop as insecurity, hard economy, and democracy wahala they push the country enter deeper problem. For one press briefing when they hold for Abuja, CHRICED Oga Patapata Comrade Ibrahim Zikirullahi talk say Nigerians no just they manage again no, na fear, hunger and serious frustration full everywhere. He talks say the agreement wey supposed dey between government and citizens don't scatter like gala wey fall for hot sun.
This is not a time for silence. It is a time for clarity. Today, Nigeria is living through a moment that demands clarity, courage, and conscience. CHRICED stands here today to confront the truth because, as James Baldwin reminds us, nothing can be changed until it is faced. Across the country, citizens are grappling with fear, hunger, disillusionment, and a deepening sense that the social contract has been broken.
Zikirullahi still yarn say from January 2026 reach now, more than 1,100 people don't waka go kidnap a house wey no be their choice so. Plus the killings where insurgents and bandits they do like say na daily job. He also mentioned recent attacks for Plateau, Benue, and even that airstrike matter for Borno. Say na clear sign say the country matter don't pass matter of we go soon face am.
Since January 2026, the situation has deteriorated sharply. More than 1,100 people have been abducted, while countless civilians and security personnel have been killed in attacks carried out by armed groups across multiple regions. The killings in Plateau State, including the March 29, 2026 attack in Agua Rukuba, are part of a broader and deeply disturbing pattern of violence spreading across the Middle Belt and beyond. The fact that over 28 people were killed in a single night, as documented by Human Rights Watch, reflects a level of brutality that defies comprehension. The Guardian newspaper reports that the December 2023 Plateau Christmas massacres claimed nearly 200 lives, while the June 2025 Yelwata killings in Benue left over 100 people dead in coordinated attacks on farming communities. As if these horrors were not enough, on April 11, 2026, a Nigerian Air Force airstrike intended to target Islamist militants in the Gili axis of the Borno border struck a bustling market instead. Reports suggest that between 100 and 200 civilians may have been killed. This catastrophic error underscores the depth of Nigeria's security dysfunction, where citizens are now caught between the brutality of insurgents and the deadly mistakes of the very forces meant to protect them.
E still tok say things like inflation wey dey rise like bread for oven, job wey dey scarce like fuel scarcity, and the way freedom of speech dey shrink like cloth wey person wash too much na big concern. E beg government say make dem no just dey look us like film o, make dem act fast before the whole country go shout court for this kind thing.
And with this one, CHRICED don't follow join other country people them with the yarn about the state of this country. Moving on, the Nigerian Air Force don't announce say those candidates wey pass their 2025 Zonal General Aptitude Test don't get invitation to come for the selection board interview made for collect work inside basic military training course 46/2025. All of this they inside the talk paper will come out on Wednesday from the hand of the Director of Public Talk Matter and Informate for headquarters of Nigerian Air Force, Air Commodore Ehimen Ejodame. The Nigerian Air Force said the names of the candidates were successful they for their official recruitment portal, nafrecruitment.airforce.mil.ng/update/ and say the interview go happen for Nigerian Air Force Base inside Kaduna from April 22 go reach June 13, 2026. According by the Air Force, all the candidates who make the list must obey waiting day for the timetable as a day for the portal, and say anybody will no obey their list timetable go they disqualified. The Nigerian Air Force also say this recruitment process they free, make any applicant no pay shishi for any stage. And to some other yarnings, United Nigerian Airlines don't record the one will be say bird fly again go jam the aeroplane, and it don't make them say now about 5 birds now don't jam the United Nigeria Airlines aeroplane since January this year. This new one get to do with a CRJ 900 aeroplane where try land from Malam Aminu Kano International Airport Kano to Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport Abuja on Tuesday. The airline public talk person Chibike Uloka inside the talk paper say this one now fit to scatter some flights even for their network. The one will be say birds them they fly, they jam aeroplanes now all over the country airport don't continue to they cause worry among people within airline business. And to some money gist, Nigeria total public gbese increase by 14.61 trillion naira if you compare year to year to become 159.28 trillion naira as at December 31, 2025. And this now according by the newest record from the Debt Management Office, DMO. This amount, they show say the money when Nigeria they owe now increased from 144.67 trillion naira in December 2024, using 10.1% increase over this 1 year period. If you can compare them to dollar, the public debt of Nigeria increased from $94.23 billion in December 2024 to the $110.97 billion as at December 2025, showing increase of $16.75 billion where they don't borrow in 1 year. When they come break down this information, it show say the local borrowing still be the highest contributor to the total money when Nigeria they owe, with about 53.27% as at December 2025. Ogbonge government na im borrow pass at 80.49 trillion naira, showing 50.53% of the total public debt. States and Federal Capital Territory only borrow 4.36 trillion naira in this money. And finally, for this time, I could take you outside of country, where we say Singapore government don't announce plan to give carry go for up to 40,000 permanent residency application every year over the next 5 years. As say they want to solve the problem of say they get too much space and then they face economic challenge. This one they happen as the country they struggle with say the way where they take they carry belle they born they reduce, and then the age of people then we suppose they work also they come down, and say this thing now don't add more pressure for their labor market, raise worry about how they go sustain economic growth in long term for one of the most competitive economies inside Asia. According by what the government calculates, between 25,000 to 30,000 new country people now then go accept every year. That one now go add more to the 25,000 citizenship we then give in 2025. Permanent residency approval go can rise to about 40% every year between 2026 to 2030, and that one jack up from about 35,000 citizenship we then record in 2025. And this now where we'll close mouth on top sharp story for this time. But if you continue to follow us, subscribe to our pages, enjoy what we do on all social media platforms at CHRICED Radio TV. Till we come your way again, my name na Princess Anyana. Continue to enjoy your day.